Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, October 15th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am the master of my worth. I am the master of my balance. And we want to remember that today. So we delve deeper into dark of the moon and we have Sun square Pluto. So squares bring up resistance. And it's a very interesting square because we've talked about it. Libra, in an ideal world, would be like beautiful rose gardens, lovely, pleasurable tea sandwiches in the garden. And Pluto's like, you're on Earth, have your tea sandwiches, and then let's deal with the muck. And that's part of finding our balance in and through this, but Libra doesn't necessarily love that aspect. So we have some resistance for the part of us that wants the beautiful things, the beautiful life, the perfection, the harmony, the balance, the beauty, all of that. And then we've got Pluto in Capricorn. And this is so powerful. Pluto is like finishing up this 22 degrees energy, this master level degree. And it's like, you are a master. You are a master of your own destiny. And taking responsibility for the light and the beauty and the lovely things as well as the mucky muck, the shadows, the darkness, the things that we want to sweep under the rug. That's part of this mystery. So just like I said yesterday, it's so great to be in the Abraham process where you're like, lovely, beautiful thoughts. The better it gets, shifting. But there is that time too where we need to be like Persephone and go into the shadows and into the darkness. So be aware of that. Be aware of resisting either, because there are people who truly resist the good, the pleasure, the tea sandwiches with pinkies in the air. There are people who resist that because they're comfortable in the muck and in the shadows. But all of us are being called to find that balance. So where do you need that balance at this time? Have you been in the mucky muck for so long and you need to remember to look for the beauty, to look for the pleasure, to offer yourself pleasure and good things as part of the balance? Or have you been holding on as tight as you can in 2020 to the pleasure, the good things, and congratulations if you've been able to do that. But there's some mucky muck that needs to be dealt with, looked at. This is a personal responsibility process, and this is where you come into your power by realizing where you personally need to work in and through this balance. Now, personally, I think today is going to feel a little bit more mucky muck just because we are in dark of the moon. We're building to this new moon, so dark of the moon can bring up, hidden emotions, shadowy things. We may feel stuff around our worth coming up as the moon, dark of moon in Libra around worth, or even, the darker side of beauty. Explore that for yourself, but be aware of these shadow energies potentially coming up. Now, the other thing too is that it's our responsibility to stay in our own personal balance and harmony. But the Capricorn vibration can show us where outside authority also pulls us out of that balance and harmony. So whether it's in relationships or it's with a boss or family members or even a friendship, be aware that power and control issues may be up, and not everybody is aware of their shadow around the level of control that they've held. And it's something that, it's a very earth thing, like, I'm going to try to control all of this because it's so intense. It's a very earth thing to do. But just awareness of that, and again, personal responsibility for where you may be so jagged in and through this energy. Now, also adding to the potential for all of this is, again, Mercury is retrograde. It's still hanging out at 11 degrees. So it's still holding us deep in the depths of our personal emotions. It's still showing us fears that need to be processed and released. So be aware of that all feeding in to the potential mucky muck. What I do love as I'm looking at this chart right now, we've got Lilith at 29 degrees Aries. she oscillates. She's back and forth. She's like, I'll be in Pisces today, and tomorrow I'm going over to Taurus because we need to find that balance. So 29 degrees Aries. Lilith at 29 Aries is like, are you acting according to your truth? Are you acting according to your soul? Are you going your own way? So many outside authorities have a lot to say about that, but Lilith, she has been tooting the be true to yourself horn for so long. So Lilith is like, there's this calling inside of you. There's a passion inside of you. There are desires inside of you. These energies are aligned with your purpose. These energies are aligned with why you are here. Can you honor these energies within you? And can you take even baby step energies in and towards that? So be aware of that. Like I said, dark of the moon. We have the new moon coming on Friday, around like noonish Pacific time Friday. But that new moon is going to be squashed between Pluto and Saturn energies. And so there's still intensity to process. There's still these squares. So even if you find your balance through today, just as likely to be smacked by the cosmic cattail, knocked off balance, anytime through the next few days. Consciousness. Try to keep bringing your consciousness forward. That Pluto energy, it really can sideswipe us, with shadow things or energies coming up from seemingly nowhere. And that along, again, with that Mercury retrograde process. So be very aware of that in and through this. Keep checking in with your personal vision. What is your vision? What is the vision that you're holding? Who are you really? Can you keep aligning with that? Can you align with the vision of yourself in your power? What does that look like? Even better, what does that feel like? You in your power. How does that feel? As I feel that, like I literally feel myself like root into the ground. Like it's so amazing just to even bring your attention, consciousness to that. So here we go. Rooting in like trees to feel the friendliness of the universe, especially when we own our personal power. Very, very, very powerful energy. I've got the Fool card. So beginning a new cycle. It's interesting because like this new moon is incoming and yet we have the Fool now. So it's like, where are you being called to take that step into the unknown, in and through these energies as you honor your personal empowerment? And maybe that is just taking a step in your empowerment, the unknown feeling of that. Finally, I also have the laziness card. How I see this is, yes, we have lots of work to do. There is much work to do, and yet please take it easy on yourself. Please be gentle with yourself. Please find your personal balance in and through these energies. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. You can come join me. I will be doing a patron video. I do new moon and full moon circles. We put our intentions on the altar and I pull cards. And anybody else who wants to pull cards can do it. So my patron link is below. And yeah, so besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And stay curious. Namaste.